Hello there, Pisces Fire Rooster. This is for the sun sign of Pisces that was born under the year of the Fire Rooster. And we want to see what's going on here for you guys in the year of the Fire Horse, which is next year. And that starts in February. So what's going on here with Pisces born under the Fire Rooster and the year of the Fire Horse? Perthro. Okay. Perthro is the unknown, okay, or fate. Interesting. What else? Urus in reverse, huh? Urus in reverse means a couple of things, and I don't really feel that this is talking about any missing opportunities whatsoever, which is one of the things that Urus means. And the reason why I know that it's not that, because you got double fire, and so that's too positive, actually. So this is talking about being burnt. This is, fire, you got double fire, right? This is talking about being burnt out. So you're going to have to watch for being burnt out. In other words, you're going to need to pace yourself this next year. Don't try to rush through something because you'll burn yourself out. So you're going to have to pace yourself. I see that right there. What else? Thoracisus. Okay? So now Thoracisus is talking about protection. So, you may have to protect yourself, too. You may have to at least protect your emotions or something at some point in time. But it's very positive, Pisces. It's nothing negative. And, and it also is a sign of protection. So, I feel that you're going to be very protected. That's a sharp thorn. So if anybody tries to come up into that, they're going to get cut pretty bad. So I don't think this is negative whatsoever. I think it's kind of positive. And for you guys, it's going to be a really good year. I can just tell it, because you get, like I said, you got the double fire, and this is going to give you a lot of drive, courage, visibility, and ambition. So I kind of really like that. And this is going to really lead to more confidence, strategy, having strategy, and public presence. So you may be, doing some work in the public. But, this year is going to move fast, okay? It's going to move fast, and, it's going to be success. It's going to be success or conflict. This can be conflict. You see this right here? That can definitely be conflict, but I don't really see it as conflict, because I see this as us winning. This thorn isn't pointing back at us, so yeah. Now also too, this is talking about something that your natural abilities, and it's going to come out really well in 2026, leadership, recognition, speaking your truth. And sometimes, in some cases, you may have to speak your truth loudly. See that, Thoracisus? Yeah. Breaking out of stagnation. So, if something's been stuck, you're going to break out of it. I can see it already. I can see yourself breaking out of the stagnation. And it's a really good year to start a business. And if you already own a business, it's going to be a very good year for that business. Yeah. And if something, like I said, was blocked or stalled, like this year, it's not going to be blocked or stalled next year. All right? So, the challenges here are impatience and burnout. Just like I said, impatience and burnout. There it is. So just watch out for that. This is also talking about clashing. This can be a clash, and you don't want to clash with the wrong people. Okay, just don't clash with the wrong people. All right, this could be clashing with like, some sort of an authority figure. You don't want to threat. You don't want that. Choose harmony. Yeah. It's okay to speak your truth, but you don't need to. There's no need to. Really have a big problem with some sort of authority figure. That's for sure. So make sure that you watch out for that. Don't overreact. In other words, okay. Yeah. And also, like I said, with this is very vital. Don't do too much at once because you'll burn yourself out. Pace yourself. Yeah. Now, money next year looks really good, if you're self-driven and, it's a good time to have a side business, entrepreneurship, things like that. Something that you could be maybe doing online. It's really going to work out really good if that's what you want to do. I mean, I know you see this right here. This is talking about unknown, but when it's in the upright as it is, it's also talking about fate, and it's never negative. It's never bad. Only when it's in reverse is when it's that's when it kind of gets feeling nicky. But it's not in reverse, so yeah. Also, you want to watch out on risky spending and don't do any fast money schemes. You know what I mean? Don't take a risk on anything like that. As far as your romance, the passion could be very high. Chemistry could be high. But, also in the same breath, arguments can flare up too. So just be aware of that. It can go either way. So yeah, the main advice for this year, you guys, is to focus on one main goal. Like I said, don't scatter your energy. Don't scatter your energy. Concentrate on that one main thing. And if you can concentrate on that one main thing, it's okay to make a bold move. All right? If you make a bold move, it's fine. But just, as far as business goes, don't take any unnecessary risks. But if you make a bold move, and as long as your focus is on one thing and it's not scattered, that's the way to go. And, protect your energy and get your rest. And don't push for recognition. Just let it come, and speak as less as possible. Yeah. So this is really going to be pretty good. You just mainly, you mainly just need to maybe speak your truth. Don't force things, and and mainly just observe. You know what I mean? Mainly just observe. On a monthly thing, I've got it here written down for the monthly day by monthly here. So, yeah. So in February, Pisces is talking about quiet opportunities. So you may have some. What I mean by quiet opportunities is behind the scenes planning. And you may also experience some delays. All right, this could happen even in January. This could happen in January or February, although January is not really the year of the horse, the fire horse. It doesn't start until February. So, but if you have any, delays going on, it's actually a protection. It's actually a protection. Mm-hmm. So you could not know this, but it's protection. So, avoid forcing anything. Don't force nothing. All right? And in March, it talks about sudden motivation, new ideas, innovation, a feeling of I'm done waiting, I'm done waiting. So, like I said, it's okay to make that bold move. Just just make sure that you keep it focused. Yeah. Now when you get in here into April, you're going to probably, have some patience, something's going to test your patience, okay? In other words, there could be emotional triggers or miscommunications. And also, people could be revealing to you hidden intentions. So, but like I said earlier, Pisces, observe. You don't need to react. You don't need to correct everybody. Just observe. Okay. Now, when we get in here to into April, May, this is going to be one of your best months. It is, because it's a power month. Yeah, you're going to get some recognition. Your momentum's going to return, and some authority figure is going to take you seriously. So, during this month, it's going to be a time to ask. Ask, but don't ask for little things. Ask for something big. Yeah, ask for something big. It's a good time to announce something as well, publish or launch something too. Okay, so stay composed. Stay composed. You want to stay composed during that month for sure. Okay. Now we get in here to May, June. It's like secrets could be surfacing, intuition sharpening, which is good, and quiet but important conversations could take place. All right. So trust your gut, Pisces, and make some plans for long-term plans. All right, and you don't need to share things with the world. All right, avoid oversharing, for sure. When we get in here to June, July, it's like a turning point. Things move really fast. Travel, momentum, passionate decisions. So it looks like a really good month there too as well. But it also says here there's a burnout risk. So make sure that you keep pacing yourself. And this is going to be the theme of the whole year. Just pace yourself. Don't overdo yourself, because you'll burn yourself out. Okay. Yeah. As long as you're meditating, taking care of yourself, things should be just fine. All right. Now, by the end of August, it's going to be a time for recalibration, and a need for rest. Because, even though you may have been pacing yourself all the way up till then, you're going to really need your rest. You definitely are. So, yeah. Let me see what else here. Get the last piece of paper. This could also talk about getting emotional clarity. Yeah. So it's a good time to heal. For sure. Now, when we get in here to September, this is talking about unexpected help and solutions, and you may bump into a solution that looks to you sideways. You know what I mean? But it's kind of, it might look really kind of silly, in other words, just, keep a sense of humor. You know what I mean? And, and actually I feel that sideways looking at thing is going to be your solution. It just kind of looks kind of silly, but yeah. It's about negotiation too. Okay. So, you can it's a good month for negotiating. Definitely don't want to force anything anytime this year, or this next year, I should say. Yeah. Now, September to October, this is the spotlight month. Spotlight and validation. And truth is coming out, recognition, justice, and acknowledgement. So, man, real good month. I think that's going to be a really good month for you as well. This is a pretty good year, you guys. The only thing was just the double fire is you really need to pace yourself and don't overdo things, okay? Now, by November, this could be loyalty tests, contracts, or promises, or people choosing sides. Yeah. So align yourself with integrity during this month, okay? This is like, the end of October into November. Yeah. And you may need to cut ties too with somebody. Because, you know, like I said, people could be choosing sides. Now, by the time we get down here into the end of November and December, this is going to be a really, really good month again. You know, I was talking about uh, your financial, your financial easing. You know, emotional softness, enjoying, you know, enjoying yourself. It's kind of like enjoying the fruits of your labor. You know, working. Yeah. So it's really good receiving things, you know, without feeling guilt and celebrating your progress. Yeah. And it's also telling you to, you know, don't numb anything with excess. Okay, anything could be alcohol, could be anything. All right. So, you know, by the time you get into December, you know, some long-term opportunities or fresh ideas may stick in your head, and by the time you get in here into the beginning of 2026, you know, you may actually plant those seeds. And, you know, I feel that the harvest will come, you know, within 3 to 5 years after that. All right. So, yeah. So you're going to have a reset. That's going to be good. You're going to get more recognition this year. Um, the summer is going to be intense and full of a lot of action. And in the spring, you know, you're going to be positioning yourself. So I really like this, you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. And don't forget, I'm doing all your guys's elemental readings, and if you haven't left me your birth year or your element year, and you know your Chinese New Year's, or I mean Chinese birthday, make sure and leave that for me, and I'll do yours too. All right. All right, you guys. Well, I'll see you guys again tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a the rest of the day for Merry Christmas. All right, you guys. Bye for now.